Welcome to Reading the Bible with Pastor. Today we're on Exodus chapter 4, starting in verse 18. We had read earlier that God had given Moses some signs to prove that the Lord was speaking to him and leading Israel. The first was the staff which would turn into a snake. Second, his hand put into the cloak would become leprous, and put back again would be healed. And then finally, the third one, where he would take water and turn it into blood. Now, God is sending Moses back to Egypt to tell the Israelite nation that God is going to take them out of the land of Egypt and bring them back to the promised land. Moses went back to Jethro, his father-in-law, and said to him, "Please let me go back to my brothers in Egypt to see whether they are still alive." And Jethro said to Moses, "Go in peace." And the Lord said to Moses in Midian, "Go back to Egypt, for all the men who were seeking your life are dead." So Moses took his wife and his sons, and had them ride on a donkey. And he went back to the land of Egypt, and Moses took the staff of God in his hand. And the Lord said to Moses, "When you go back to Egypt, see that you do before Pharaoh all the miracles that I have put in your power. But I will harden his heart, so that he will not let the people go. Then you shall say to Pharaoh, 'Thus says the Lord, Israel is my firstborn son. And I say to you, let my son go, that he may serve me. If you refuse to let him go, behold, I will kill your firstborn son.'" All right, so here the Lord said he's going to harden Pharaoh's heart. He actually doesn't harden Pharaoh's heart until the sixth plague comes about. Between then, Pharaoh hardens his own heart, and here what this is saying to us is the Lord has given him ample opportunity to turn towards him, to believe in the Lord, to trust in his word, but he doesn't. And so he gives to Pharaoh what he desires, to not have the Lord on his side. We'll also note that the Lord tells us how he's going to end this whole miracle process, how he will get the people out of Israel, and that he will kill the firstborn out of Egypt. We'll continue with verse 24. At a lodging place on the way, the Lord met him and sought to put him to death. Then Zipporah took a flint and cut off her son's foreskin and touched Moses' feet with it and said, "Surely you are a bridegroom of blood to me." So he let him alone. It was then that she said, "A bridegroom of blood," because of the circumcision. Now, this is a little bit difficult of a reading here. We're not entirely sure what's going on, but it seems to point to us that circumcision is important, which it is for them. It is a sign that they are God's people, as promised all the way back to Abraham. Here, though, it seems that Moses did not circumcise both of his sons, and the Lord sought to kill him because of this. Zipporah, his wife, goes about and circumcises her son, and that abates the Lord's anger against Moses. Verse 27. The Lord said to Aaron, "Go into the wilderness to meet Moses." So he went and met him at the mountain of God and kissed him. And Moses told Aaron all the words of the Lord with which he had sent him to speak, and all the signs that he had commanded him to do. Then Moses and Aaron went and gathered together all the elders of the people of Israel. Aaron spoke all the words that the Lord had spoken to Moses, and did the signs in the sight of the people. And the people believed. When they heard that the Lord had visited the people of Israel, and that he had seen their affliction, they bowed their heads and worshipped. God answering their prayers, as we read earlier, that he had heard of their affliction and their cry for help. And here, they act in the way that is right. They bow their heads to their Lord and worship him, thanking him for what he is going to do for them. We'll pick up next time with Exodus chapter 5. As always, please subscribe to the channel, share this with others, tell them about going to our website and clicking on that YouTube button so that they may also read the Bible with Pastor.